Hello everybody. It's a video about the runner, but not the runner as a stage. I'm recording this video for maybe like second time now. The first time didn't happen. I wanted to record this video in the past few days, but the time never allowed it. The energy wasn't right. The moments were not right. Today I've been talking most of the time with some of you, and also there is other situation comes in. It's kind of like an emergency stuff. Help and talk over to emergency things goes on. Um, I want you to look at this video a little bit from perspective, part of your most important inner work that you're going to do as a twin flame. At the same time, want to give you a message that don't hide yourself as a twin flame. And during the video, I'm gonna make some drawing. I want you to pay attention to this video because it's a crucial not only for you but for the generations after us. I mentioned in a lot of the videos, come on guys, come out in the public. Come on guys, get out of the public. I spoke with a lot of the people. Yes, you need to go out in the public and say this. You have to be your truth. Tell your husband. You have to your truth. Help you. Tell your wife. Tell your parents. Tell the people. And it's crucial. It's very important. And I will explain you to in this video why it's important. The most important part here I want you to understand is don't run from the truth inside of you because you are running from your own self. You are the runner and the relationship within you. I made a post specifically about this, and I made a statement. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to make this video, but never had a really the time in to do it. The first time I recorded, didn't record it. Basically, the recording was on pause instead of recording, and when I paused it, I had other things to do. So the computer was recording for 2 hours, empty screen without nothing. So I think that right now this video is gonna be okay. I double check, double look the stuff it needs to be. So I'm gonna read you, and also you can actually look at it what I wrote into, so you can see it. The runner is not only stage of relationships. The runner is one running from the truth. Once the truth is triggered, your spiritual evolution of the truth open the doors in your subconscious mind and make them conscious, and you begin to evolve more. Your limitations begin when you have the fear of walk through those doors of your own self. Fear of the unknown, fear of the new you, fear of the damage others, fear of love, fear of loss, fear of you fill up the blank. What your case that might be. You will never understand new path if you fear to cross them. You will never understand message if the message triggers your limitations. You never will find inner peace if you live in fear. The power of your soul is one helping you facing and win your limitations. The soul is one helping you to expand your consciousness and live with the life as evolved soul. Sitting on your limitation and stare at them, review them and still not cross the line is your running from your own self. Be a runner or be love, it's up to you. Be love. I made this on December 8th of this year. I wrote that. I'm gonna send this to someone very special back in Bulgaria. I have to remind myself about this of it. So what I'm talking about here, just gonna minimize this, so keep it here as a reminder. I'm gonna bring my drawing board. There we go. So When you get an ignite as a twin flame, you have the energies that is known to you only on the physical level, in your heart level. And those vibrations is the ones that you kind of like operated. You operated the thing. When the twin flame comes in and shows you the mirror, which just shows yourself of what you're made of, and the soul vibrations begins to open. And when those soul vibrations begins to open, everything goes upside down because everyone told you you have to look physically, the person has to be created right, they have to love you in a certain way, they have to love you in a certain things in a certain position, and what just creates your limitations. You create the things that you needed to create it. And at that moment, the new things comes in to be triggered inside of you. And those new things that comes in and triggers inside of you, it keeps putting the pressures on you. Be your truth, and that comes in into the soul. And this is the big time issue of a lot of the twin flames, that they leave this part of human and the twin flame, and they look at that line and they never crossed it. They understand what the twin flame is, they understand what the part is, but never cross this line. They just staring at it. Usually the people who staring at it, those are the runners. And that's what the runner does. The runner runs from the truth. But a lot of the people who actually are chasers, they're also running from the truth, because they don't go and they don't say, not only in the public, they don't say nothing to no one. And they keep living, staring at that line for years and years and years. I talk to people who are in this relationship. We're talking about 25, 30 years. I just talked today with someone, 22 years. That it's long before I was ignited as a twin flame or knew the things about the twin flame into. And they were like, there was no information here. There was nothing to goes on, nothing to look for it. And when you go out in the public as a twin flame, you can provide information for the rest of the society so the people can get better. The more twin flames comes out, the more this is going to be more accepted by the society, because it's not going to be a phenomenon anymore. It's going to be part of the real life. But what that's going to do inside of you, when you begin to live that truth, when you begin to cross that line, you get that line into, and instead of you having a human experience now, you're going to have a twin flame experience. You're going to be crossing that path, and the only thing they're going to say to you is the TF. And yours are the twin flame, you're going to begin to open up more portions inside of you and have this new things walk into your life. So I'm going to be drawing the stuff that I wanted to tell you. I was talking about on that your limitation begins when you have to fear to walk through your own self. And those are the fear of the unknown, fear of the things that goes on. But an actual things that goes on inside of you, we're going to go ahead and create a little bit of pie chart. And we're going to put this pie chart right now. So this is the 100% of you. So as a human experience, we get this percentage. Let's say we're going to put it 7% of the capacity of the capabilities of you understanding about the life, and you understand and everything. And when you become as a waking as a twin flame, what's happening is that little line, it's up here. When you cross that line, And when you cross that line, you look at it inside of you, that line, and you don't want to cross it. And when you don't want to cross it, you begin to have everything, tensions, bad stuff happen to you. You always feel under pressure. You always live in fear of the truth, or you're always fearing the parts of your limitation. And for those of us who actually cross that line, cross this pattern, we want to tell you something about with this when it come out in the public. What happening is this part right here, it's your subconscious. And this part, it's the things that you know, it's your conscious, that you understand. Once you cross this pattern right here, this pattern, and you become publicly as a twin flame, you don't fear of anyone, of your family, you don't fear of anyone and anything that goes on. That subconscious becomes part of your conscious now. So you begin to expand inside of you, and you begin to walk through the door of the truth. The door of the truth is opening up everything inside of you, and it's going to take you to the place like you've never been before. You're going to begin to understand the things that you never understood before, the things that they're far beyond. They're more magical. They only exist in the magical stories. But between magical stories and living in the like this is a twin flame, it's much more magical, especially when you talk to some of the twin flames and you tell them what they should do from the mistakes that you did and also the mistakes of the collective of the people that I've been talking as a twin flame. And when you kind of like have an urge to talk and call someone, you make the call and that call comes in and it says like, Dio, I was just thinking to talk to you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't know why, but I had to call you. And guess what happened? Her twin flame messaged her and admitted, yeah, I am deep love with you. So those are the things that a lot of the people think, oh, well, that's a coincidences. Well, it doesn't happen only once or twice. But when it happening is you go ahead and you open up a new learnings inside of you. You open up a new things inside of you and you begin to be your real self because this is what you are, your real self. The more doors you begin to open, the more the part of subconscious is going to becomes in and opens up, and you're going to become evolving more and more and more as much as you can do it, as much as you can handle. Just to remind you that the vibrations that are inside of us and the energy that we begin to feel, our body are not pretty much very capable of doing this. So you need to be patient with yourself because those vibrations, they're going to be coming in and they're going to be heavy, they're going to be hard. That is something that you never experienced before. And people around you will feel that something is strange with you. And the more you're living on the truth, the more those vibrations they will have a very good clarity, but not that big intensity of pushing you to open the doors, to pushing in this. And when you learn in this of the parts, you're gonna be so happy that you did something amazing to yourself, not about your twin. This has nothing to do about your twin. This has the biggest part of this, it has to do with your inner work. I mean, I talked to a guy who was hiding for so long. He went out and he admitted, yes, I'm a twin flame. And all of a sudden he messaged me, he's like, Dio, some kind of magic happened to me when that happens. I don't know what they did to me, but I feel so relieved. I feel so happy. And there is something new in me. Well, that something new in you is you expanding your consciousness. You expanding your subconsciousness from the things that you think only they existed before, but now you begin to live with those things. So during this period of holidays that we coming up into it, take your time. Take your time to reevaluate yourself. Take your time to look at it inside of you. What are you running from? Are you running from the truth? or you're running from yourself, or you're running from hurting others, or you're running from the universe, from your destiny. I mean, if you were ignited as a twin flame, you're ignited as a twin flame. That's it. I mean, the universe says, hey, we want you here. We want you to be on this path. We want you to cross those boundaries. We want you to cross these limitations. We want you to evolve. We want you to be better. We want you to be happy. But staying right here on this line here and just look at it and don't doing things and only you go out and you chasing your twin flame, it's not going to work. Your twin flame has to do exactly the same thing you do. They have to focus on their inner work. That's it. That's the bottom line. And it's very important on you to look at it and you need to understand yourself as a runner from yourself. Nobody's going to come in and tells you, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you're in a country that the things do not go very well about the twin flames, find a way, move out. The earth has got so much beautiful places that you can go and you can be who you are. I mean, you can go move to some places that you always dream of. The universe can help you, but before the universe helps you, you have to help yourself. You have to go ahead and open that door and don't have any fear. You either going to have a fear or you're going to have love. What it's going to be, it's entirely up to you. Be love, guys. Be love. Looking for your comments.